CoolMaster GPIO. So as we can see, we have in the CoolMaster 4 GPIO connections and a ground. We can use it as an input, so we take the ground, and if we link the ground to any of the inputs and it's set for the right setting, then that will be a signal in, or we can have a signal out. For example, I can get over here 3.3 volt out. We have to pay attention that this is only 20 milliamps, so this is a very, very small signal that you can use. We will see a separate video how to use this signal using an optocoupler with a voltage regulator or without. So if we look at how to set it up, we will now see the different settings you can do. Basic is unused. You can have a GPIO as all off or all on, so that will be used, for example, for a fire alarm system, that if it closes a signal that there's a fire alarm, it will for once switch all the units off. Then if someone goes locally and switches on, you can override it. Next one is OOS output. So this will give us, for example, a 3.3 volt output if any of the fine coil units is on. Very useful if you have a ventilation system that you want the ventilation to kick in together with any of the fine coils. If any of the fine coils is operating, that's a useful setting. All inhibited. So you can have an input that if you put an input into this connection, which is set as all inhibited, it will switch all the units off, the same as all off, but here it will keep them off, and after you disconnect the signal back to normal, all the units will go back to the previous state they were at. FLRS, that's to tell us that there's a floor, that there is a failure on the system, and this will give us an output if any input unit has a failure. We can also set every input output to high or low. So here we can see how to do the command. So we will do GPIO func, then the GPIO number we want to do, which is the port A, B, C, or D, and then the GPIO function. This is case sensitive. So we will set on this CoolMaster, let's have a look, GPIO, and we can see we have 1 and 2 all off, all on. C is unused, D is unused. We're gonna activate C, so we're gonna do GPIO space func space capital C space capital OOS. The command is case sensitive, and we're gonna see here boot required, boot to, restart it, and let's connect back to it and have a look now. If we do GPIO, and here we have it says as OOS. Watch a separate video to see how to actually do the physical connections in order to get that output signal from the CoolMaster. Thank you for watching.